Hi, welcome to Magnificence Moments. I'm Sue, your Magnificence mentor. With today's topic, the topic of acceptance, I've decided to divide it into two videos because there's lots of information and I just want to keep you for a few moments at each spot. So when we think about acceptance, one of the ways we can focus is on acceptance of self and others. The second way that I want to focus is on acceptance of situations. So let's work with situations today, and then in the next video, we'll work with acceptance of self and others. I think you'll agree that there seems to be an awful lot to complain about when we look around at our situations in the world, on the planet, in our countries, in our homes, lots of things that we deem could be a lot better. So we might have a little trouble with acceptance. I hear things like, wow, that shouldn't be happening, and they should or they should not, and wow, what's wrong with our government or our politicians or our healthcare workers, or on and on and on. And there's this big concern. And while it may indeed be a valid concern, and in most cases it is, let's face it, there's lots of things that are broken and need fixing, the fact that we're not able to accept what is actually going on in this moment stops us from changing it, stops us from improving it. Now, why would I say that? Well, I think that when we don't accept the way things are, we tend to hang out a little bit in victimhood and say, well, things are just so bad and they shouldn't be that way, and I'm not happy about it. And then we have a full right to complain because of where we're coming from. However, if we were to say, well, that is the way it is for now, I don't like it. So you don't have to like something to accept that it is going on. But you do need to pay attention to coming from a place of, well, there's no arguing with the way it is. If I argue with the way it is, I spend all my time arguing, and there's no way I can find a solution out of that. So if, for example, my bank account's kind of empty, maybe it shouldn't be that way. But if it is, then I first need to accept that before I can actually take the steps that I need to take to get myself out of it. Byron Katie, one of the authors that I absolutely cherish, has a great little book called Loving What Is. And her work is all about helping people accept the situation that's right in front of them and acknowledge everything about it, the pain of it, the frustration, all of the emotions that come along with that. Because, of course, in doing that, she has discovered, and many people who have used her information have also discovered, then you find a way out because you fully explored and accepted, yeah, well, that's the way it is. Even though I don't like it, even though doesn't seem right or fair, that's the way it is right now. So what can we do to change it? So I think if enough people start paying attention to whether we find it easy to accept things or not, the common phrase right now is, well, it is what it is. Well, we can pay lip service to that, or we can say, well, it is what it is. So is there anything I can do to make me feel better about it, to move forward with that? That's how things change, is people make a decision to take action on something that they're not happy about, that it isn't the way they would like it to be, but they have to acknowledge to start with, yep, this is broken. And until I figure out a way to fix it, it's going to stay broken. So I really encourage you to think about how you go about accepting the situations that are going on in your life right now. Are you fully embracing them and saying, yeah, it is that way? And again, you don't have to like it, But as the second that you accept the reality of what's going on for you, the second you'll find an opportunity to work your way through it, over it, under it, out of it, change the situation in some way to the better, more to your liking. So that's all we're going to talk about today for acceptance of situations. And in the next clip, we'll talk about acceptance of self and others. In the meantime, remember, you are magnificent.